What is up, YouTubers? Have no fear, because Magical X8000 is here. So, it's been a while since I have done a Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile video when I was doing the Black Cluster Soldier deck profile, which is like for fun. Today, I will do a different deck profile for you guys, which is the pure Salamangreat. No addition of any shenanigan, no nothing. Just pure tactical Salamangreat, done by none other than our dear Soulburner. Like the picture fits the description. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe, ring that bell, give a like or dislike, and comment below to let me know what you guys think. This deck is, I know it's for fun. Some people might call it a trash or something like that, but that's just their opinion. So, unfortunately, I wish I had the Burning Draw spell card, so we can draw a little bit for consistency. Say if you have no monster on the field and your opponent has a link monster, you activate it at first, draw cards equal to the link rating of the opponent monster. So say your opponent has a link 3 monster, doesn't necessarily have to be Heat Leo, but if he has a link 3 and you activate Burning Draw, you draw 3 cards. So without any dilly-dally, let's begin. So first things first, I'll start with our dear Salamangreat Beat Bison. If you have 3 or more Salamangreat monsters, you can special summon it face up defense position, and you can recycle as many fire link monsters from the graveyard to the deck, negate that many face up cards on the field, whether if they were face up continuous spells or traps or face up monsters, negate their effect until the end of the turn. And that's what he can do. He can also be a fodder for link summoning any fire link monster, because that's fire effect monsters, because that's what the requirements need for each and every fire cyber link monster. So yeah. So the effect is temporary until the end of the turn. So it can be once per turn. So next we have Salamangreat Falco. If you send him to the graveyard in any way possible, if it was from the deck to the graveyard by Salamangreat Gazelle, or as a link material for any Salamangreat link monster, or fusion summon or ritual summon, in both cases, you can recycle one Salamangreat spell or trap from the graveyard to your hand. And when it's in the graveyard, you can bounce one Salamangreat monster from the field to the hand, or from the field to the extra deck. You can special summon it back again. And this happens once per turn. It's a very good extender, because each and every one of these can be an extender. Never leave a single space for your opponent. We have the Salamangreat Fennec. If a cyber monster you control that was special summoned from the extra deck is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon it from your hand or graveyard, but when it leaves the field, it's banished. But if it's used as a link material for the link 2 or higher, you can add one Salamangreat normal spell Fusion of Fire, Fury of Fire, Rise of the Salamangreat, Rising Fire, Burning Shell, Circle, you name it. Anything. And it's a good searcher if it was used for link 2 or higher. Only a normal spell. So the effect is used once per turn. So next we have Salamangreat Fowl. If you normal summon or special summon Salamangreat monster, you can special summon it from your hand. And his one effect is not once per turn. When it comes to sending one Salamangreat card, like whether if it's a monster or spell or trap from your hand or face up on the field to the graveyard or face down, doesn't matter. It doesn't happen once per turn. Like, pitch them to the graveyard and choose one face down card in your opponent's back row, prevent it from activation until the end of the turn. It's also a good extender for link summoning. Next we have Salamangreat Foxer. If you have 3 or more Salamangreat monsters in your graveyard, you can send this card from your hand. Target one Salamangreat Link monster in your graveyard and one card your opponent's spell on trap zone. Bounce that target to the hand. Special summon. Recycle the monster from the graveyard to the extra deck, and if you do, destroy the targeted card. If this card is in your opponent's spell, if a card is in your opponent's spell and trap zone, is destroyed and sent to the graveyard. While this card is in my graveyard, I can special summon it in defense position. So in case if the explanation was bad. Next we have Salamangreat Foxy. When it's normal summon, excavate 3 cards from the top of the deck. Choose one Salamangreat card and shuffle the rest. And also, when it's in the graveyard, you can discard one Salamangreat card, special summon it, and it's optional whether if you wanna destroy a face-up spell or trap. It's like a good extender for link summoning. We have Salamangreat Gazelle. It's kind of unfortunate that it's been limited to 1. I mean, like, if it's 3, it's very broken. Like, instant several link summonings in no time. So when a Salamangreat monster leaves the field, you can special summon this card from your hand, pitch one Salamangreat card from your deck to the graveyard if it's a monster, spell, or trap, anything of that. Yeah, it's a very good card. It can be used for like link summoning. Next we have Jaguar. If you have a link, if it attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing damage, and if I control some great link monster, like for example Heat Leo or Baylynx, you can shuffle one Salamangreat monster from either like you can shuffle a Salamangreat effect monster or link monster or fusion or ritual to the deck or extra deck. Special summon this card. It also acts as an extender. I don't think I need to explain more of that. Next we have Salamangreat Mere. That's one cute meerkat. Sorry. When it's searched or from the deck to the hand or recycled from the graveyard to the hand, you can special summon it in defense position. And when this card is in your hand, like if it was already in your hand, you didn't choose to activate its effect to special summon it, I can discard one other Salamangreat card, special summon this card from your hand. That's another way of doing it. It's also a good extender. Salamangreat Mole. During your main phase, if you link summon this turn, I can special summon this card from my hand to a zone a link monster to my zone a link monster points to. And if I control no monster, I can banish this card from the graveyard. I can Pot of Avarice 5 Salamangreat cards in my graveyard. If you guys don't know what Pot of Avarice does, I can recycle 5 monsters from the graveyard to my deck, shuffle and draw 2. This effect is familiar to that, like shuffle from the graveyard to the deck 5 cards and then draw 2 after banishing it. But this one doesn't just go for monsters, it goes for spells and traps because it says Salamangreat cards, not Salamangreat monsters. So like it's an awesome card, like helps you doing your combos, different combos. We have Salamangreat Spinny. We have Salamangreat Spinny. You can discard it from your hand, buff any monster on the field with 500 points. And if you control Salamangreat monster, special summon it from the graveyard, but banish it when it leaves the field if you're going to use it for like link summoning, or fusion or ritual, anything, including like any of these link monsters. So like it acts like a good extender, a good buffer for 500. Next we have Salamangreat Wolvie. If a monster that was link summoned using this card as a material, like say for example, if I link summon Salamangreat Heatleo by using Salamangreat Wolvie, the monster Heatleo doesn't get destroyed by battle or by card effect for the rest of that turn. Like for one turn, there's this one effect there's this effect which I can use from Salamangreat Wolvie once per turn. Like if this card is special summoned from the graveyard, I can target one fire monster in my graveyard, add it to my hand. So like say for example, if it was special summoned from the graveyard, I can recycle Salamangreat Mirror and special summon it from my hand. Sorry if my explanation was kind of bad. I hope you guys understand me. Please don't blame me or judge me. If this card is added from the graveyard to my hand by an effect, like say if it was recycled by the effect of Salamangreat Sunlight Wolf, I can reveal this card, then target one fire monster in my graveyard, add it to my hand. So like reveal it from my hand and recycle any of those guys or Spinny. So we also have Salamangreat Emerald Eagle, a powerful 2800 beater. He is ritual summoned by Rise of the Salamangreat. So his effect is, if this card is ritual summoned using Salamangreat Emerald Eagle, I control, I can destroy all special summoned monsters my opponent controls. So it's a good Raigeki. So once per turn I can tribute one Salamangreat Link monster this turn, and this one card gains the effect. At the start of the damage step, if this card battles an opponent monster, destroy that opponent monster, and if I do, inflict damage to my opponent equal to that monster's original attack. So say if this card was on the field and I tribute Salamangreat Balinx, Balinx, I can, like, when I attack, before the damage step is calculated, I destroy that monster and burn my opponent's life point with the same attack points of the destroyed monster. Next we have Fury of Fire. If I have no monsters on my side of the field, I can special summon up to 2 Salamangreat monsters with different names from my hand and or graveyard in defense position, but their effects are negated. So like, say even if I have summoned Gazelle, his effect won't be activated because of Fury of Fire, or Fury of the Fire in Japanese version. And also for the rest of the turn, after this card resolves, I can only special summon from the extra deck once. Like, if I was going to summon from the extra deck once per turn, like, I have to choose wisely. Next we have Fusion of Fire. It fusion summons our dear Salamangreat Violet Chimera by using a Salamangreat monster and a Link monster. Turns out I can use my opponent's Link monsters. It's like, how can I say, it's not your own usual super polymerization, but allows an opponent to respond. So say I have a Salamangreat monster on my side of the field, and my opponent has a Link monster. I can use my opponent's Link monster with the Salamangreat monster. So yeah, if you add 3 of these, you want to see this card in your hand more than ever to install a good defense. So Rise of the Salamangreat, the ritual spell card that ritual summons our dear Emerald Eagle. I must also tribute monsters from my hand or field whose total level equals or exceed the level of virtual monster. But if I control a fire link monster, so like say I'm controlling Heat Leo, I can shuffle monsters from the graveyard to the deck, which were destroyed by opponent's card effect, to ritual summon Emerald Eagle, ignoring its summoning conditions. Hold a minute. If this card is in my position, destroyed by opponent's card effect, I can special summon 1 Emerald Eagle from my hand, ignoring the summoning condition. So like, if it was destroyed by Mystical Space Typhoon or Harpy's Feather Duster, that's what happens. Rising Fire. I target 1 fire monster in my graveyard, special summon it, buff it with 500 attack, and when it leaves the field, destroy that monster. And luckily, the equipped fire monster cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effect, but it can be destroyed by battle. So I can banish 1 monster on the field. If this card in my position destroyed by card effect, I can bash 1 monster on the field. So like, I can bash 1 of my opponent's monsters. So Salamangreat Burning Shell, it can act like an interruption for opponent card effects. If he was going to target 1 of my Salamangreat monsters, I can suddenly activate it, special summon 1 Salamangreat monster from my hand or graveyard, and immediately after that, suddenly Link summon 1 Salamangreat Link monster, like any of those guys, and helps through all the way. And around that turn, the Link monster cannot attack or activate his effect, like because his effect will be negated by the Burning Shell. He's gonna be a shell of his former self. So I can bash this card from the graveyard and recycle few Salamangreat Link monsters to help me doing a reincarnation Link summon. I'll tell you guys about that later. So Salamangreat Circle. So either I search a Salamangreat monster or I target a Salamangreat Link monster that was reincarnation Link summoned, and he would be unaffected by monster's effect this turn. And I can activate it only once per turn. That's why it's like limited. Next we have Salamangreat Claw. I equip it only to a Salamangreat monster. That's 1 monster which is equipped with this card, cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effect. And if it attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing damage. That's normal. And if the equipped Salamangreat monster was reincarnation Link summoned, during each battle phase, it can make up attack up to the Link rating. So say if I have Link summoned Heat Leo using the same monster, he can attack 3 times because he would be equipped with Claw. I mean, like, that's broken, in fact. No one has ever known about that. Next we have Recurrence. Salamangreat Recurrence. Target 2 Salamangreat monsters in your graveyard with different name and add them to your hand. If this set card is destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 Salamangreat spells or trap from your deck to your hand. And you can only use the effect of Salamangreat Recurrence once per turn. Next we have the main power for the reincarnation Link summon, Salamangreat Sanctuary. So it can do 2 things for you. first of all, before I explain, it's also searchable by Belalinks or Balinks. So what the sanctuary does is you can link summon a Salamangreat Link monster using the same monster himself as a material. So like send Heat Leo, summon Heat Leo. So should they be reincarnation link summoned, their real effect will appear. So also in the battle phase, during damage calculation, you can pay your 1,000 life points, target one link monster like any link monster that I have, turn his attack points to 0, and should this happen, my life points will be cured equal to the attack points of that one monster which I've chosen. Next we have Salamangreat Transcendence. Helps a little bit with the process of the reincarnation link summon. Like it can help me with either Pyrophoenix or Heat Leo. Excuse me. So say if I have Pyrophoenix on the field, which I didn't use the reincarnation link summon of it yet, should I do it with the Salamangreat Transcendence? His effect will activate by nuking the whole opponent's cards, back rows and monsters all the way. I mean, like, this is a good card. It can help sometimes. But I gotta warn you guys, this deck is for fun only. Like, not necessarily competitive, but like only a person who's total practitioner of Salamangreat deck can utilize it to its full potential. Next we have Will of the Salamangreat. So once per turn, you can special summon one Salamangreat monster from your hand or graveyard, or you can send this card, face-up card, to the graveyard, target one Salamangreat Link monster that was reincarnation link summoned, and special summon its materials from your hand or graveyard in defense position. Next, for the traps, you have Salamangreat Rage. Either send one Salamangreat monster from your hand or face up on the field to the graveyard. Target one card on the field, destroy it. Or a Salamangreat monster that is reincarnation link summoned. Destroy cards up to the link rating of their link arrows. Like, say for example, if you have Salamangreat Sunlight Wolf and he's been reincarnation link summoned, you can destroy 2 cards your opponent controls or less. Next we have Salamangreat Roar. Like, literally, if you control a Salamangreat Link monster, negate any effect of a spell, trap, or monster. And if this card is in your graveyard and you reincarnation link summon a Salamangreat Link monster, this card would set itself from the graveyard to your field, except the choice is optional to you. But should it do so and it activates again, next turn, it will be banished from the field. And last but not least, we have the extras. We have our dear Salamangreat Violet Chimera. So should this card be fusion summoned, you can make this card gain attack equal to half the combined original attack of the materials used to summon it. So say you would be using Beats Bison with a Boral Sword Dragon that your opponent controls after using Fusion of Fire. The Salamangreat Violet Chimera, next to his attack points, will be gaining a total 2900 because half of the Beat Bison's attacks will be 1400 and Boral Sword Dragon will be 1500. So it will be a 29. He will be about 57. And this attack gain will be only till the end of the turn. And once per battle, during the damage calculation, if a monster battles my Violet Chimera, the attack points of Wild Chimera will be doubled until the end of the turn, and he cannot be destroyed by battle. Right. So if I have fusion summoned using Violet Chimera for the same one, the monster who attacks me, his attack points will be 0, and Violet Chimera will be 56 suddenly, 56 for game. We have Salamangreat El Mirage, a normal summon monster with 1000 or less attack. Like, we have a lot of choices. If it has to be Mir or Mole or Spinny or Foxy or Foxer. No, not Foxer. Any normal summoned monster with 1000 or less attack, you can tribute it target one monster with controls cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effect this turn. And when a normal summoned monster you control is destroyed by battle, and this card is in the graveyard, special summon it, you can go through that effect again. Next we have Salamangreat Balinx, or Balinx as some other call it. When it's link summoned, you can search for Salamangreat Sanctuary. And when a Salamangreat card or cards are about to be destroyed, banish this card from the graveyard, becomes the full protection. Next we have Salamangreat Heat Leo. If you link summon him, you can bounce one back row from the field to the deck that your opponent controls. And should he be reincarnation link summoned, you can target one monster your opponent controls and one monster, like any monster from your graveyard. That opponent monster's attack point will become that chosen monster's attack points until the end of the turn. Next we have Pyrophoenix, which I consider my ace. Like, I'd love to consider my ace. He's a real cool guy. So if he is link summoned, so like when he's on the field, I can target one link monster in my opponent's graveyard, special summon it to your opponent field, like take a chance of some of his monsters. And should it be reincarnation link summoned, nuke your opponent's cards, all of them, like back rows, monsters, destroy them all. If a link monster special summon to your opponent's field, during the damage step, I can target one of those monsters, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the monster's original attack. So, like, say I have summoned a what is it? There's this one card, Crystron Needle Fiber. When I attack it, I can okay, say if I have special summoned it to the field by Pyrophoenix and I attack it, I can inflict damage to my opponent equal to its attack point around the damage step. Next we have, and last but not least, Sunlight Wolf. Like, this guy could have been the bread and butter of the Salamangreat deck. So should I summon a monster to a zone he points to, like through the link arrow, I can recycle one fire monster from the graveyard to my hand or extra deck. So this includes every single one of my monsters from the main and the extra deck. And should he be reincarnation link summoned, once per turn I can recycle one Salamangreat spell or trap from the graveyard to my hand. It's like an infinite loop if it can survive on the field. That's gonna be all for the deck profile. Hope you guys enjoy it. And if you guys have any questions, don't forget to post on the comment section below. And I'll see you guys later. Stay tuned for the next video coming soon, whether if it's a live stream or like a recording. And if you guys have any requests, also post on the comment section below. And I'll see you guys later. Love you all. God bless you all. And this is Magical X 3000 signing out.